This is going to be a really hard video to make, but I think it's going to be my final apology video. I don't think I'm going to need to apologize for anything else moving forward, but I want to say that I want to, it's hard to say, I want to apologize for being such an insufferable asshole since my gastric bypass surgery, since I lost some weight, since I got my teeth fixed, since I went through my divorce. Sorry? I really regret it. I really feel like I hurt some people, and I struggle with it. I'll tell you what led to this realization. I was watching YouTube, and another one of these anti-Boogie videos got recommended to me. It was something along the lines of Boogie2988 is delusional, and it was me talking about my experience with women, how I was looking for a specific type of woman, and it was me being pretty delusional, if I'm being honest. And I listened to myself speak, and instead of having like my own perspective, like, you know, knowing my experiences and the things that I've done and the things that I've seen, the thoughts going through in my mind, I was reading the comments, and I tried to put myself into their perspective. And for the first time, I realized just what an insufferable asshole I sound like to those people. And I want to make it clear that that's not the person I think I am. That's not the person my friends and my family think that I am. The girl that I'm dating, she doesn't think that. My ex-wife, who has no reason in the world to still care about me, still does, because she knows that's not me. But it's definitely how I portrayed myself online, and it is fucking terrible. It's terrible. I think most of the time in the world we're taught to treat people based on their intentions and not necessarily their actions, and I think I always knew my intentions were good, though most of the time my actions are pretty shitty. Like on this particular clip, I was talking about women, and the way that I talked about women was awful and misogynistic and objectifying and just fucking terrible. And look at me. Out of all the people in the world that should be acting that way, I ain't him. So I could definitely see why that did not go over well. Another great example, I was always really proud about the fact that I went from 587 to 387, lost that weight, kept most of it off, still have it all off to this day. But I put my eyes into somebody else's head and realized, you know, I'm still walking around at almost 400 pounds. Nobody else is proud of that. Some of you are proud of it, but a lot of people are like, you can't talk like you're some sort of weight loss expert when you weren't able to lose the rest of the weight. Why are you acting like an asshole? And yeah, that was pretty asshole-ish. I mean, I had this online career where I played Francis, who was an asshole, but I portrayed myself as just an average, normal, everyday guy. But then on live stream, I started trying to play this Andy Kaufman-esque character where I was goofy and edgy, and I always liked that Sam Kinison humor. I always liked that Richard Pryor humor. I always liked that Dave Chappelle humor. I wanted to lean in on that. Very stupid for me to do that. Other people can do that. That's fine. Dave Chappelle can do it. Sam, you do it. It was not right for me. Probably should have never put that out in the world. And when some fans, I mean, sure, there were plenty of like negative people, detractors, people just hated me, looking for any excuse to zero in. But when actual fans, possibly you who are seeing this now, would say, hey, I don't like this. I like the old you. I like the person that you used to be. I doubled down. I tripled down. I made more offensive jokes. I got weirder about it. And then I became obsessed with it. It's all I talked about. I didn't make the Francis sketches anymore. I just complained about this shit. And I doubled down and I tripled down. I complained about my divorce. I complained about my life. I complained about fucking everything, man. I just, you know, let me apologize one more time before I explain it. This is not an excuse. This is just the reason it happened. I went through gastric bypass surgery and I lost my best friend, which was food. Then, 2 months later, I went through a divorce and I lost my other best friend and my entire family, my wife, and the only family I ever really had or was ever really close to. And I lost my fucking mind, man. Here's the thing about being crazy. You don't realize how crazy you are. Sometimes you don't even realize you're crazy at all. Like a schizophrenic hears voices, he actually believes that's his dog talking to him. He actually believes it's God. Like you don't, it's hard to see the forest for the trees, you know, because you're inside that forest. It's so hard to just see it or understand it or comprehend it because your brain's not working. And I did my best to navigate this minefield that I'd laid for myself, as well as the minefield everybody else on the internet was laying for me as well. But I hit every mine. Like, boom, next, boom, just, I was not very good at it, and I had no support structure, and I had no help, and I don't think I could have fucked it up more splendidly. The only thing that I could have done worse is, you know, and thank God I didn't do that. I'll tell you what I did do, though, is I tanked a career that in 2018 I made $500,000 at, that had me admired and appreciated. And all of those people, not all of them, but some of those people that admired me and appreciated me learned to fucking hate me. And it's because I hurt them very badly. And that sucks. That fucking sucks. And sure, I miss the fame and the money, right? You know, these days I'm forced to try to sell you t-shirts and stuff because I don't earn near as much money as I used to make. And it's not exactly enough to make ends meet just through ad revenue. So now I'm finally the e-beggar everybody thought I was. And now I'm asking for donations. Now I'm asking for super chats and channel memberships. And now I'm asking for t-shirt sales. And that sucks. You know, I don't like that. But every single day, I think about the people like the guy who came to my panel. Or the guy who came to my front door. These people who feel hurt by me, angry, sad, let down. Some of which are so fucking crazy, they've done crazy shit. Right? I certainly don't like the fact that I hurt anybody. I certainly don't like the fact that I let anybody down. But the fact that there's like sleeper agents out there that who could show up at my front door at any moment, hurt me at any moment, hurt somebody I love at any moment. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I have built a splendidly perfect living hell for myself. So don't think I'll ever forget it. Don't think I'll ever forgive myself. Don't think I'll ever learn to let it go. This shit's going to bother me on my deathbed. I'm going to wonder if the nurse that's putting the morphine in my vein to end me fucking hated me because of the shit I did in the last 4 years. But I'll tell you what makes it easier. I'll tell you what makes it bearable. It's two groups of people. The first of which is my real life structure. My best friends, the people I play Magic with every weekend, my friends like Kid Behind the Camera, Jacob the Carpetbagger, Adam the Woo, the online creators who I'm still friends with, who still care about me, still love me, still know the real me. The friends that I've known throughout years who know what I was going through and loved me and helped me and forgave me. And God bless them. God bless every single one of them. You know, every time I ask to collab with Jacob, he does it. Even though I know he gets backlash on his channel, he does it, and God bless him. And the second group of people is you, the fans who stuck with me through this, who saw through the bullshit, who saw through the crazy, who knew that eventually I would get back to the person that I was. I mean, are you ever really the person that you used to be? I've been through a lot of pain. I've been through a lot of crazy, and I've been through a lot of misery, but I feel like myself again. But can I trust that? Because clearly, I'm crazy. I cannot see the forest for the fucking trees. For all I know, my dog is not actually talking to me here. I don't know. You tell me. You fucking tell me, because I don't trust myself anymore. I spent a lot of time blaming people online when I was online. I spent all the time offline blaming myself. Probably should have done it the other way around, right? Probably should have internalized the shit that other people were doing to me and left that offline. I just apologized and moved on. Better late than never. I don't know if you've noticed lately, but I've been trying to come back. I went from 1 video a week to 2 or 3 videos a week. I went from 1 live stream every 6 weeks to at least 1 a month. Hopefully trying every couple of weeks. But by the end of fall, I want to be back to 4 or 5 videos a week, 4 or 5 streams a week. mental health, obviously, withholding there. If it depends on how my brain works, but I'm trying my best to come back, and I'm trying my best to entertain you guys, and I'm trying my best to earn a living doing it. And I hope I'm able to. And if I'm able to, I know it's going to annoy the shit out of some people, and I understand why. But hopefully, when you get annoyed, you can see this video, and you feel a little less annoyed. And for those of you who love me or are still entertained by me, respect me, and are glad to see my growth and my health, my mental health getting better, I appreciate you. I hope, if nothing else, if I can't serve it as a good example, I'm happy serving as a bad one, as long as it helps. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. Sammy's having puppy dreams. Good boy. It's okay. Good boy.